Hey, Perfect Spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, and they call me the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. So if you're new to my channel, I talk about getting rid of all that head trash. That head trash is anything that's causing stress, anxiety, worry, fears, beliefs that you're not good enough, and it just creates a lot of chaos in your life. Maybe with poor finances, poor relationships, whatever it may be. This is usually the root cause, so we need to throw that stuff out. So today, what are we going to talk about today? So what's arising today? It feels like this place of unconditional love, that we really just need to love ourselves unconditionally, really feeling that, pouring that into you, where we don't worry about taming the mind so much, but really embracing love today. Not criticizing yourself, not judging yourself, not criticizing another, not judging another. To realize that we're all one perfect spirit, that we're all doing our very best. And it's this mind that lives in division, separation. And it's like this mind is playing a certain character based on our identity, our personality. So that we get these personalities conflicting because it's different head trash, if you will, different views of head trash. But we strip away that head trash and we see that we're all this one perfect spirit, that we don't need to hate, we don't need to have enemies, we don't need to judge others, give our opinions, criticize. We don't need to do any of that. That we're all on our own journey. The only times we may need to step in is when somebody's really lashing out and really acting from their head trash and creating a lot of violence, a lot of mayhem. Maybe we need to speak up at that point. But ultimately, when it comes to right, wrong, different beliefs, different opinions, they're all the same side of the same coin, that there are no sides. You chose to play this character with this opinion. You chose to play this character with this opinion. So these two characters created in our mind are, playing these various roles. But ultimately, it's one perfect spirit. And we play these roles for spirit to learn, to grow, to have the human experience. So it's not all kumbaya, if you will, because there'll be no reason for life. If everything was like flatline, everything was in balance, there'll be no reason for spirit to manifest into various forms. But we have these various forms to have different experiences. Or we could just sit, there would be any reason to come into form though if we didn't have them. So it's really seeing that, when we get into all these arguments, it doesn't really make a difference. It doesn't really matter. It's just adding to the collective knowledge, maybe of arguing over facts and information. But it's just that, facts, information. It's not truth. Truth is that energy within you that can't be described. That life force, the source, the prana, the chi, whatever you want to call it, the spirit, the soul. That's the truth. Everything else is relative. What's true today may not be true tomorrow. Some new discovery. Like before it was flat earth. Then they realized, no, earth isn't flat, it's round. And same thing with like Newton's laws, like quantum physics really put everything into question with that. So we just got to really see that, we're evolving. We're always evolving. So this information we can get really hung up on. Like the information that I was given that MS is incurable, bipolar is incurable, psoriasis, incurable, arthritis, incurable, all these incurable stories. But that's it. They're just stories, just information, not truth. Because truth cannot be described accurately. It's just that one thing. It's beautiful. So let's try loving ourselves. Instead of taming all these stories and discounting all those stories, why not just focusing on loving ourselves and loving another? And not worried about these roles that we're playing, these characters. And there's some teachers, spiritual teachers, that call themselves characters, that this is the role they're playing, but it's ultimately not who they are. Because you are that deeper essence. And once you know yourself as this deeper essence, then life becomes a lot more enjoyable. That you're not taking life so serious. That you're enjoying life more, having more fun in life. Yes, there's going to be some moments that are not going to be so much fun, like death of a loved one, loss of a job, not paying your bills, not losing your home. There's some really traumatic experiences that we're all going to face. But we all have the ability to learn from those experiences and grow and expand through those experiences. To realize this is unpleasant, I don't like dealing with this, but I'm alive to have this experience. I'm alive to create this fresh start, this new beginning, because it's always this moment, this time. So the past is long gone. We can never get that back. The future isn't here. All we know for certain is right here, right now. So it's really about relaxing and seeing that we're all tied up in this collective head trash, collective stories, playing these various roles, but ultimately there's no sides. Just spirit having the experience. We can break it down to that. We're just having this current experience to add to the collective consciousness, to add to our own collective knowledge database, if you will, that this is the place of knowing. This is the connection to source, all that is, universe, whatever you wish to call that. And this is just the illusion, the story, the current observation through your eyes, trying to make sense of this world. But it's not the truth. For we're beyond words. We are the consciousness. So just focus on loving yourself today. That's really what the message is today. Don't try to tame the wild beast, if you will, that's dragging you all over the place. Maybe just focus on love. And just notice, oh, there goes that mind again. And just come back to loving yourself. Start there. Just love yourself. Go to the mirror, see yourself, smile, say go you, whatever it may be for you. But a lot of people have a hard time looking at themselves in a mirror or a photograph and not judging themselves. So just see yourself in the mirror and just smile. Love yourself unconditionally. No rules, no restrictions, this unconditional love of self, to realize that you're doing your very best in this moment based on your story and the depth of your awareness. How well do you know yourself as perfect spirit? Because it's this game we play, remembering and forgetting. So that's okay. It's just a game. You can look at life as a game as well. It's just the game of experiences. And adding to your collective wisdom and knowledge. But to realize that the real you is unlimited, can do all things. Nothing stopping you but this. And maybe you don't have the skills yet. That's fine too. One step at a time, and your skills will build. There's no magic formula out there. That's the big thing. There's no magic formula out there outside of you. The magic is within you. And you can really create that magic by this unconditional love. It's like when I tap into my healing circles, I try to get this offline to my best of my ability, and I'm just in a place of divine love. Perfect spirit is divine love. That's that unconditional love. Just being there, sending this love to everyone. And miracles happen when you do that, when you send this love, when you set those good intentions. Because we're all this one perfect spirit. This light can pierce through the darkness in the body, can pierce through all that heaviness, that stuck energy. Even if it's not you, it can loosen it up in someone else, so they can begin to see their light and to realize you're just light, you're energy. This body's going to drop away someday. And you may come into another form, but we're ultimately all energy, doing our very best in this moment. So just realize it's all love. And let's start loving yourself more and our neighbors. Because it's all about love. Love is always the path. All right, take good care of yourself. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.